Hey everybody, I'm Anthony,
I'm John.
and this is the Dynamic Buzz.
This is Google Hangout. If you guys don't know, we are currently miles and miles away from each other because we are currently on spring break from our college.
Tell them how many
So,
miles we are.
1,000, I'm guessing.
52. New 52.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. We're doing this right now. We'll probably be doing this for our review episode 2, but once we get back to school, of course, we're going to go back to the HD. So, yeah, this is exciting. This is okay. It's kind of weird talking to a computer, but it will
Yes.
do.
I don't have anyone to look at this point when
Yeah, we're
we get
so
bored.
far away, but yet I feel so close to you.
Okay, well we're gonna skip that. Just a little bit of us right now. We have just gotten our tickets and our reservations for C2E2 2013. That's April 26th through the 28th. We will be there all 3 days.
It's gonna be
So
awesome.
yeah, so if you guys are gonna be there, let us know. We'll hang out with you possibly. We're poor, but I mean we can go and watch you guys eat. So yeah, just let us know what you're doing if you're gonna be there. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm excited. This will be my first C2E2. I think it'll be John's too.
Yep, it's gonna
Yeah.
take me to. Never mind.
Anyway, so yeah, with that little bit of news stated, we'll get on because today has been a really exciting day for comic book news.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Well, starting with well, let's get started with a little bit of Batman news. All right, well, this is something really big. DC has officially announced that okay, so it's not a secret anymore that Damian Wayne died in Batman Incorporated number 8.
What?
Shut
He
up.
died? Okay, go.
I don't know why I believed you for a second, 'cause you're the one I was sitting with when I read it. Basically, the writers have confirmed that the Batman and Robin title will be retitled for the next 5 issues, because during the Batman and Robin series, Batman will be going through the 5 stages of grief. Grief, sorry. Issue 19 of Batman and Robin will be Batman and Red Robin, number 19. Then it'll be Batman and Red Hood, number 20. Batman and Batgirl, number 21. Batman and Catwoman, number 22. And finally, Batman and Nightwing, number 23. I think this is really cool. I
Yeah,
think
this is
this,
this is a good idea. I was wondering how they were going to do this because it would be extremely awkward to keep buying Batman and Robin and Robin's not it. But then again, he's working with past Robins, kind of. So,
yeah, and that's what I thought they were gonna be doing. Was like a Batman and Friends, and just team up with
yeah,
different Robins.
yeah,
Or it'd be cool if it was like past Robin stories, like it was stuff that he and Dick did, or he and Tim, or when Jason Todd was a Robin.
I would like that, like past, like when they were to like Robins together, but then that defeats the purpose of changing the title, I guess. I think what it is, it's going to be all those characters helping Bruce get through Damien's death.
Well, yeah, they'd have to. I mean, it just I don't know. I mean, it hit us all kind of. It was a shock to everyone.
Hmm. Don't get me started on that.
No, no, let's get started about it. Like, I mean, what'd you
No.
think?
I'm just very disappointed in DC. I just think this is a terrible move. I don't get the purpose of this at all, besides selling comics. That's all.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm excited. I feel like how do the rest of DC like how do they get by knowing that all the exciting things and all the cool things that happen in the DC universe are all surrounded by Batman? Like Dawn of
Yeah,
Atlantis was good, but Death of the Family was the best event that went on lately, and now we're gonna have this. It just
that's why
seems like
that's why I don't get. They just did Death of Family, and now they're just gonna kill someone off on something totally different. Gosh,
I mean
Grant Morrison, I like him, but he's just an idiot because of this.
no, I think it's almost funny. It's almost like a joke. It's like so we were all nervous about Death of the Family because we're like, oh, someone's gonna die, and then no one dies. But then an
Yeah,
issue in a different title kills off one of the members. It's kind of a sick joke, but who knows?
Joker wasn't even involved.
You don't know that. Anywho, yeah, I am definitely excited for it. And John is too. So we're gonna move on
Speak
with
for
some.
yourself. I'm just
Okay,
kidding. I am excited. It should be good.
it'll be for sure. It will be good. All right, moving on to a little bit more comic book news. Pandora, the one part of the Trinity Sin, along with the Phantom Stranger and the Question, is going to get her own ongoing title. And if you, for those of you who don't know who Pandora is, the whole 52 reboot that merged together the Wildstorm universe and timeline, the DCU timeline, and the Vertigo timeline, and merged all that together into one universe or one ongoing story. That was her, and in all the issue number ones, hidden in the pages of every issue one of the New 52 that came out, had her in the background. She was hidden out there somewhere, and that's cool. But yeah, so she was created by Jeff Johns, and she's going to be having her own storyline. Which, for those of you who read Free Comic Book Day last year, she was in, and she is pretty much going to lead up to the Trinity War, which is what me and John have been talking about for a while.
Is this basically going to be about the Trinity War, or is it
I
what
think it's gonna be
exactly?
I think it's gonna be a prelude. It's going to. I hope it explains why she was cursed, why she was on trial, what her sin was, and then I think it will lead to the skull that she stole,
Go ahead.
and it will lead to, I don't know, whatever she does to tear the Justice League apart, or what puts the Justice League and the JLA, and then whatever third person it will be that will complete the Trinity War.
I seen a little article on this, and it's the writer said there's going to be a lot of killing.
Really?
Yeah, that's what supposedly is supposed to happen, but I don't know who they're going to kill. Damien again?
Have you noticed that all the violent Robins got killed?
Yeah.
They'll come
Gosh,
back.
it's the outcast ones. It's the ones that are just like I don't know. It's dumb.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Next little bit of news is your ballpark.
Yeah, we reported this on the last episode that we didn't upload, but we um, talked about it a little bit. Now there's more information about it. It's Marvel's been showing us teasers the past couple 2 or 3 weeks, just images of stuff that's coming. First was of the Marvel of the Dead, which is something that's rumored that George Romero is supposed to be a part of. The
Hmm.
next thing is Marvel number one, and that image just had a number one that had all like popular Marvel characters in it. Now there was something that was reported earlier this week that was 52 hash marks by it looked like Wolverine's doing, and then now there's an image that came out yesterday that was the number one again, but it was advertising that they're going to report what this all these images are about at South by Southwest on Sunday at 1 o'clock Central Time. So if you guys didn't know, South by Southwest is where they show a bunch of movies, kind of lower but like independent kind of movies, I guess you would
Hmm.
say. And then it also is a good avenue to report stuff in the digital media. So what the rumor is now is that this is going to be something digitally. It's going to be something on the internet. Which
Hmm.
for me, I thought it was going to be something comic wise, and it
Oh,
still might be, but that's just the rumor is what it is. And a lot of people are saying that it could possibly be a new 52, like their
Marvel 50.
Marvel's new 52. So I don't
When is
I
it
don't
supposed
get
to
it.
come out?
There's we don't know yet. These are just teasers, and we'll learn a lot more on Sunday.
Do
So
you do you think that this will come up the month after or the week after Age of Ultron ends, and it's kind of like a pickup?
uh, maybe like there's another. I don't get this because if they're gonna do something like the new 52, they've already done Marvel Now, which is not revamping anything,
It's
but
just a
it would
jump
just
off point.
yeah, it would just be not it wouldn't be necessary for them to do this again. Like, oh, we're gonna have new number ones, but then we're gonna go to this, and all the characters are revamped. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not really. I want to see what happens, but I wouldn't say I'm excited for it.
Yeah, Marvel's just been kind of disappointing in the stuff that they do.
The events they do.
Yeah, the events, I don't really get a lot of stuff. This thing, if it is something digital, I'm curious to see what it is. It might be actually something really, really cool because right now, you can only read comics on, like DC and Marvel does this where you can read comics online. But if this is something new on digital, it would be cool to see what it exactly is, like a
Hmm.
MySpace or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see though. That's all we have. Yeah, definitely we'll be talking about this next week when we find out what exactly is. But right now, just stay tuned Sunday when they announce it at South by Southwest. So
Yep.
there we go.
All right. Moving on to movie news.
This is exciting.
You,
If you guys haven't seen yet, Christopher Nolan is
can I do the thing first? Can I do the song? No,
yeah,
no, 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 Nolan. And I'm not saying Nolan as in the first part. I'm saying no as in please don't. Like stop. All right, you
yeah.
continue.
Okay, yeah. Well, he's rumored to be a part of the Justice League movie. And this is by the people who reported that's been getting everything correct. We've talked about them before, Latino Review. And they were kind of supposedly they're wrong about the Hulk thing that reported a couple of weeks ago, but we still don't know that.
Yeah, we don't know for
Um,
sure, and they've been. If not, then that's 99%. They've been
yeah,
right 90% of the
they've been
time.
right about pretty much everything they've reported. And this thing is Christopher Nolan is supposed to produce the Justice League movie along with Zack Snyder, who's supposed to um, direct it, and who's supposed to write it is David
Backwards.
David S. Goey, and he's the one who wrote all the Batman movies.
I don't know. I was excited because we got away from that timeline. We got away from the Nolan universe. I
Um,
I don't want a realistic Batman anymore. I want a Batman that, like, if someone's in a room and then all of a sudden, like, the door is bolted shut, and then all of a sudden Batman appears, there's no explanation for it. I don't want an explanation for it. Stop trying to make him a real person. That's what I hate.
Yeah, I just don't see it happening just because the only reason we didn't see other superheroes in the Batman movies is because, Nolan was going for this realistic thing. Now, if he goes to Justice League, he has to totally go against what he's about. So,
He's gonna make like Martian Man. Oh, who's gonna be in it? It's not Martian Manhunter. He's gonna make the Flash not a speedster, but a fast Kenyan guy.
yeah, like Usain
Uh,
Bolt is playing him.
Superman is just a bodybuilder. Wonder Woman is some kind of super feminist.
Yeah.
She doesn't have any superpowers. She just talks a lot.
Yeah, I just, I never expected this, and I really don't think this is going to happen. But if it does, it's a little information to make you excited for the Justice League because honestly, Justice League is just keeps digging itself a hole.
Yeah. I mean, it's meant to
Um,
be a joke on our
but
show that it's constantly something about the Justice League and how disappointed we are.
yeah, but this for once, this is I would say it's good news. I like Christopher Nolan. He makes good movies. I'm curious to see how this whole Justice League thing will go.
Yeah.
Um, Supposedly, Goer, the writer, he has a Flash screenplay. It's all done. Supposedly, it's awesome.
Really?
It's just sitting on a shelf at Warner Brothers right now. And supposedly,
What?
if this Justice League thing does happen, then they're gonna take it off the shelf and make it real.
All right, then
So
I'll go to see the Superman movie just to support a possible Flash movie.
yeah, because if you guys didn't know, they're gonna base the if they should make a Justice League movie on how well the Superman movie does. And I'm just gonna go see the Superman movie because I'm hoping that it's gonna be a good Superman movie. But we'll see. Another thing on the why, like I don't think Christopher Nolan got like approached these guys about it. I feel like it's like Snyder or like Goer saying, "Hey, we could really. There's a chance that this can be good." Like I don't
Yeah.
know. Like they approached him like, I know you were against this Justice League stuff and still continuing the Batman, like putting Christian Bale back into this, but I think there's a good chance that this movie could be good. And somehow Christopher Nolan's like agrees with him and now he's back.
I don't know. I just don't want Nolan to be there because that would mean that he'd have to come out of retirement again. But and even after that, he's what? He'd be older. Like this would be an older Batman, not a young, fresh, right out of the Batcave. And he just, I don't know. And I wouldn't want a back in time story either. Because then you
Yeah.
got to tell me that okay, so there's a Justice League, and Batman is part of the Justice League, and it's fought alongside with superhumans and super metahumans. Yet he couldn't beat Bane in in a hole
Yeah.
by inmates.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll probably be talking about this a lot more in the coming weeks, but right now, it just Christopher Nolan is reportedly in the Justice League.
Hip hip hooray!
Yeah. So our next thing we're going to talk about is new castings for X-Men: Days of Future Past.
News.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this just because feel like this movie's going to be great, and Bryan Singer just keeps on casting people to just prove my point. So this guy that he casted a couple of
Mm-hmm.
days ago was Omar Sy, which if you guys don't know who he is, he was in The Untouchables, which was pretty sure was a French movie that was nominated for an Oscar. I think it was
Mm-hmm.
nominated for Best International Film or something like that. But going on, it's supposedly really good. Supposedly he's a great actor. He's joined the cast of X-Men: Days of Future Past, and now the rumor is that he's going to be playing Bishop. And if you guys know who Bishop is, he
It was Bishop John.
if you remember the cartoon,
What does he look like?
he's a black man.
I was gonna say he's the mutant with the M on his eye. Okay, way to go there.
Yeah, he was in the original, like, well, I don't know if it's like original, the cartoon when they did the Days of Future Past. He was like the main person that went back in time and started this whole thing. Um, but in the comic books, he's actually not introduced like 10 years later after Days of the Future Past. So, but it looks like they might add him in just like the cartoon did.
Yeah. Well, it worked for the cartoon, so
Yeah, yeah. We'll see. I haven't seen a movie with this guy in it yet, but I'm confident on the castings they've done so far that this is the right choice. We'll see though. I feel like he's a little small, I guess, to play Bishop. I don't know.
yeah,
He just doesn't look like him at all.
I agree with you because it just I don't know. There's something about him that, and I thought he was in something. What wasn't he? Gosh, I could have swore he was in some movie.
He looks like another actor that I think was like in Remember the Titans or something.
Oh, or he was in. He looks like Tay Diggs a little bit, kind of.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know, but like for me, I think it should have been. I apologize for not being able to pronounce his name right. It's Idris Elba. He's the guy that played. He was in The Office. He played Charles. He's in the upcoming. Um, don't shake your head. It's gonna. It's. He was also in Obsessed with Beyonce. He was in. All right, whatever, John. I let you say your piece, and I don't. Whatever. Forget you. Basically,
well,
I think that guy should have
he's
played
not
Bishop.
getting casted, so we got a Bishop, maybe. All right, now on to another casting is Halle Berry has signed, which you knew that was going to happen, I guess,
Yeah,
right?
she jumped on when they after X-Men 3 came out, and she said that she wanted to do an X-Men 4, and that was what 5 years ago.
Well, like all the past couple people, like 2 months ago, signed to be on this, and there was no Halle Berry. Everybody's wondering if she was, but obviously
Publicity.
Halle Berry is not doing anything successful, so of course she would have signed to do this.
The Call.
That looks so terrible.
I mean, taken with Halle Berry.
Yeah, but it should be exciting, I guess. She plays a good Storm.
Yeah, Halle Berry. All right. Well, it had been announced later or last week that Chris Cooper has joined the cast of Spider-Man 2, and he will be playing none other than Norman Osborn.
Now, I thought that one guy, I forgot what his name is, that was at the end of like the synopsis. You know how we talked about a couple weeks ago that we thought he would be Norman Osborn,
Yeah.
but I don't know what that guy's doing now. But I think this is good casting. I really like this guy. The reason I think he can be a good Norman Osborn is he
Because
was
those
a
guys.
terrifying character in October Sky. He was the dad in that movie.
Oh, and he was a big bad businessman in the Muppet movie.
Everybody, that was a good movie,
It was a
but
good movie. I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't agree with this casting. I feel like he's too old to be Norman Osborn. Because in my mind, Norman Osborn is kind of a little bit younger.
Mark Webb is having really serious issues with casting old or young cast.
Uh, you see, but we'll say this and we'll be all angry, and then somehow he'll pull off a miracle, and it'll be the greatest thing we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm still excited. Like I said, I really like this casting. I think he'll be a good Norman Osborn. I have confidence.
I hope so. I'm not excited. Well, I'm not excited. I just anyone but him, I guess. Uh, but you know what? We'll see. Mark Webb is always. I didn't think that Andrew Garfield was going to be a great Peter Parker, but then he ended up being my favorite. So, I
Honestly,
don't mind being wrong.
I always
Huh?
thought Andrew Garfield was going to be a great Peter Parker the moment he announced it. I was like, he looks awfully like Peter Parker, and I think he's going to be a good Peter Parker.
Congratulations, John.
The extra news is they got Spider-Man. They've shown his new suit. Now that's something we didn't talk about in the last episode, but we should have. But now we're talking in this. So yeah, they've released his new suit, which we talked about his eyes like 2 weeks ago. Now we're
hmm
talking about his suit, and I like it.
I think it looks cool. It looks a lot like the Tobey Maguire,
Yeah,
but not in a terrible way.
yeah. It the suit looks a lot like the Tobey Maguire one, and the eyes are gigantic. They look exactly like the ones in the comic book, and I love that.
See, for me, I know a lot of people didn't like the eyes in the last Spider-Man movie.
Mm.
I think if they were just white, I didn't mind them being the size they were.
I think this looks cool. I think this looks really really cool, and he's gonna look even more bad ace in the next movie.
BADACE.
Yeah, yeah. And then another Spider-Man news is that um, set photos have released, and this is
Wilmer Jane.
yeah. The thing about we got a couple photos of Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man, then also as Peter Parker. But we also got one of the girl who's playing Mary Jane walking down the street. And okay, I still don't agree with her being Mary Jane, but to defend her, she didn't look like she had any makeup on. She looked like she just woke up and they were just like taking her right out of
The
the
trailer.
the trailer. So, but there was other ones that have came up when she was like pushing a motorcycle out of like an alley or something in
Yeah.
front of Andrew Garfield, which you can't really see from far. Like she's far away. It's a far away shot. You can't really see, but I don't know. I'm really hoping this just proves me wrong. I don't like this casting for Mary Jane. I think she looks extremely younger
She
than
looks
Emma.
younger and she doesn't have like she doesn't look like I thought Mary Jane would look. Like I'm not trying to be offensive or anything, but her hair doesn't look like I mean it's red, but it's obviously that they colored it red. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? Like
hmm
I mean I won't get weird about that. I don't think she looks like what I thought Mary Jane. Personally, because Mary Jane was supposed to be hotter than Gwen Stacy and this
Yeah.
feels
I
not hot,
think
huh?
I think she needs to be more thicker and curvier, I guess you could say.
I would not I'm not even gonna cross into that territory of saying what her body should look like.
Because
Uh,
this girl's like really, really skinny and stuff.
yeah.
Whatever. And then also we got like set photos of Emma Stone as Gwen Stacy, and her hair is like very, very white, like how they had in some of the comic books,
Well, she saw a giant lizard in the last movie. She was probably terrified.
and it just turned her hair gray.
Yeah, white. Scared
White.
the
Yeah.
what's left of the blonde. Do
Yeah.
you think it's at all possible that in this movie the girl who's playing Mary Jane will actually be Gwen Stacy, and they're just gonna switch it over on us and be like, "Just kidding."
If Dan
No,
Slott is involved in this, yeah.
she takes. Oh, we can only hope. Only hope that it's Mary Jane on top of the bridge.
And she died.
Yeah. Toss.
All
Uh,
right, on the next news. You take this away, man.
this is brand new news that happened literally right before we started filming. The I, I forget what site it was, but someone had videotaped the Iron Man, the newest Iron Man trailer, which was that was set to come out tomorrow night. But anyway, yeah, it's the brand new trailer. It has brand new footage of Iron Man. It's in, I want to say some Spanish,
It sounds like Japanese.
Japanese.
Yeah, I don't know my languages, but it does sound like Japanese.
Yeah, I don't know what language it was in. Sorry, but yeah, it was really cool. Like you kind of see, you get to see that new armor that he wears, and it kind of attaches himself to him. And I
Mm,
mean, we've seen it before where he's standing there and it comes and attaches itself to his wrist. But in this one, you actually see it kind of mold onto him, and then the mask comes on. And that looks really cool. And at the end of the trailer, you get to see some awesome, awesome footage. You see an Iron Man suit flying in, and then you see a bunch of different Iron Man suits because I think they've been building up since the Avengers movie. He's realized that he needs different suits for different occasions. He needs a space suit in case he needs to take another nuclear missile into the into the atmosphere, and he has a Hulkbuster suit, a God Killer suit. But anyway, but yeah, that's what you see is all these suits flying up, and the very, very, very last piece of footage you see is a wall, and then the Hulkbuster just comes out, and the Hulkbuster is a really big Iron Man suit, which is designed to fight the Hulk or hold off Hulk damage. So yeah, that's
I was the whole time because you watched it before, and I
yeah,
could hear you watching it. I'm like, Hulkbuster, Hulkbuster, is it there? Is it there? Like the whole time, I'm like, oh, please show me the Hulkbuster suit. And then at the very end, it is just awesome. I love
yeah.
it. That was so sweet. And just the part before that, when it looks like 30 Iron Man suits just approaching this bay, and it looks, gosh, this every trailer that comes out of this just makes me
Want to see it?
want to see it.
Yeah,
It's gonna be awesome though. I cannot wait.
me neither.
So
I'm really excited, but yeah, Marvel knows how to make trailers. I'll give it to them, and movies.
and movies, yeah.
Yeah, this is not a Michael Bay thing. Now Michael Bay, he can make a good trailer, just can't make a movie.
All right, going on to our comic picks of the week.
Stuff that I'm looking forward to, we're looking forward to. For one is Superior Spider-Man #5.
This is a continuation from the last Spider-Man. If you guys
Mhm.
didn't read it, when he's about to face off to Massacre.
Yeah,
So it should be exciting how he deals with Massacre. Massacre is just, if you didn't read the last one, he is just murdering everyone that steps in his way of what he
and
usually
it's
does.
sick. It's kind of creepy because there was the part when he was in the restaurant and then he just starts talking and then he just starts shooting everybody.
Yeah, that was pretty nuts. But
Bonk.
this one, Superior Spider-Man has been by far the best Marvel Now comic out so far, and it's
Mhm.
pretty much made our picks of the week and our comic picks of the week on a review episode every time it comes out, and it's just been fantastic, and I really cannot wait to read this one.
Yeah. My brother actually was talking to someone about Superior Spider-Man who claimed that he's not reading comic books anymore because of the Superior Spider-Man. And you're
He,
missing out on a really good
yeah,
story.
I hope that person's watching this, and you just realize how much of an idiot you are.
Yeah, suck it, dude. My next pick would be Detective Comics #18 because it is I can't say it. Rectum.
I don't know. I
Post
can't say it
Damian
either.
Wayne's death. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is the first Batman title that's come out since Damian's died, and we're gonna see a little bit about how Bruce is taking it. From the trailer, you see him at Damian's grave crying. He has a little bit of dialogue with Alfred, and I'm really excited. I know he's supposed to face it off against Penguin and Emperor Penguin at some point in this title, or whatever this title is leading, or whatever this issue is leading up to. But I'm excited because I feel like, I don't know, all the post stories have been really good. Like Red Hood was really good, and it was a post story. Um, but yeah, I really am excited to see how, Damien wasn't exactly welcomed by the Bat family in the beginning, and then now that he's gone, no one's going to know what to do.
Yeah, I'm just excited for this one because the cover is so awesome. Him holding like in the rain, him holding his Damien's
Yeah.
cape. That looks sweet. That's it's one of my favorite covers that are going to be. I really like the Batman cover, and I really like the Batgirl cover, but this one is also another one that I really like. So I'm
Mhm.
probably going to buy this just for the cover because I do that sometimes when I really like a cover.
Yeah. I really like the what's it called? World's Finest.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's another one that comes out this week too, and that should be interesting on how, you know, the Huntress handles Damien's death because if you guys know, um,
Helena Wayne.
yeah,
She's from Earth too. I
yeah.
mean, it's pretty it's very very basic, but basically, yeah. I mean, read World's Finest. I think it's issue 5 and 6 or 6 and 7, but it's Helena who's now Huntress in our universe or in the mainstream universe, and she teams up with Damian Wayne, who is in a sense her step dimensional brother.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's how
It's
do you
comic books,
explain
so don't
that?
judge
That's
it.
weird.
But yeah, I'm excited for that because I just recently read all of the World's Finest and Earth 2s that have been up to date at least, and yeah, I want to see how she's going to take the death of Damien too.
Yeah,
I mean, all around, I'm excited.
yeah. This, as much as it's going to be sad to see how everybody handles Damien's death, I guess I'm looking forward to how these stories are going to pan out, but we'll see. So what's our next one, man?
Our final number one pick for the comics coming out this week is Age of Ultron #1.
What?
What?
I'm just saying, what?
Oh,
Yeah,
I say that we agreed on that.
this
Uh,
is this is by far the biggest comic that's coming out this week, especially for Marvel, and I say all around because there's not a lot of comics coming out this week that I'm excited for.
no, and this is the first like big Marvel event they've had since Marvel Now started. So I'm excited. Hopefully it will be closer to the quality that Civil War was, and less of what Secret Invasion and you know Fall of Asgard and all the
Don't
other.
get your hopes up.
I won't, but I want to see how this turns out because from the previews I've seen of these Superior Spider-Man is the world is to hell. I
Yeah.
mean, there's very little left.
It involves pretty much every single comic that's in Marvel now, and some that are out of it, I think.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure. Avengers Assemble, I know, is involved. They're not a Marvel Now comic, right? I don't know. Yeah. Well, right now, yeah. Age of Ultron starting. It should be exciting. We don't really know much about it because they haven't released anything about it.
No, that was the cool part, I think, and it was really smart on their half because now we have to pick it up to figure out what's happening. They've released images and like previews of stuff that's happened after the fact. All we know is that Ultron is back, and he has brought upon this robotic revolution, and it's going to destroy all organic life on Earth. So
It's gonna be a lot of deaths. There's gonna be a murder.
lots of murder and intrigue.
Yeah, I'm excited for this. Other comics that are coming out this week are, let me look over here. The Earth 2 number 10, Arrow number 18, Green Lantern number 18, Superman 17, which is weird because we're in another month, and that's the conclusion of Hell on Earth. Like we said before, World's Finest number 10. In Marvel, we got All New X-Men number 8, Avengers number 7, Iron Man number 7, and that's only anything that's really, really exciting. It's going to be pretty good.
Pretty good. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm really excited.
yeah. I'm excited for Green Arrow because it's second issue of this new writer. Definitely
Mm,
excited for that because I like the first issue a lot.
yeah. Well, I'm excited for Green Lantern because it is the next part 5 of the new Wrath of the First Lantern. So yeah, it's going to be a really good Wednesday. It's going to be an
Yeah.
expensive Wednesday, but a really good Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll see though. Yeah, so that wraps pretty much everything up. It was a big news day, like it always is, at Dynamic Buzz headquarters. But yeah, that's all we got. I guess, we'll see you Friday like we usually always do. We'll be
Yep,
on Google Hangout and we'll just be hanging out with each other from 50 something miles away. So,
52.
yeah. So what do we always say, Anthony?
Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, check out our website at www.thedynamicbuzz.com. Like us. Let us know what you think. It's
Yeah.
always nice.
Communication is good.
Good.
Yeah. So that wraps everything up. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode on this Google Hangout. Just let us know in the comments what you thought, and I guess we'll see you Friday.
Yep. See you guys later.